Hi, all. Welcome to the podcast, All Things in AI and ML. I'm your host. My name is Sharad. And today's topic, we will be discussing about generative chatbots. That's right. We are going to explore and try to understand the mysteries and, of course, the potentials of the generative chatbots. In our last podcast, we discussed about the brief history of the chatbots and how they have evolved over time. Now, to kick things off, let me give you a brief overview of what exactly generative chatbots are and how they differ from the so-called traditional chatbots. There are different types of chatbots which are already in the industry. For example, root-based or retrieval-based chatbots. The generative bots are a type of conversational AI that uses machine learning technique to generate responses based on the user inputs. This is basically to replicate a human to human interaction. Unlike the rule based bots that follow predefined scripts, or we also have retrieval based chatbots, these select responses from the database and generate chatbots. They have the ability to generate the responses. And these responses are uh, purely based on the input that they receive from the user. This actually makes the generative chatbots more flexible and capable of handling a wide range of conversations. It's fascinating, isn't it? Try and just imagine what could be the development complexities. These interactions have to be more like a real-time human-to-human interactions. So the developers do have a complex model to be developed. And in such a complex scenarios, there will be definitely some challenges that developers have to face. I will be trying to explain a couple of challenges. The main challenge in developing a generative chatbot is to ensure that the responses that are getting generated are contextually relevant and they also have to be correct. Since generative bots, right, they generate responses based on statistical patterns learned from the data, they may sometimes produce nonsensical or I should say inappropriate responses, especially in complex or ambiguous situations. They may not be appropriate. The another challenge is to manage the diversity of languages. It could be with respect to the literature that is being used, right? Or the language itself. There could be different languages. So ensuring that the chatbot can understand these languages variations and then generate responses in a wide range of contexts would be the second challenge. Maintaining the coherence and relevance in the conversations will be quite a task, and of course, it is an essential. Now, how do you think developers address these challenges? Let me put it. The developers try to use combination of techniques. You might have heard about NLU, which basically says natural language understanding. This concept is used to interpret the user inputs. Dialogue management to keep track of context of the conversation. To understand the input, we use NLU. But in order to generate, we have to go for NLG, natural language generation. This will generate coherent and contextually relevant responses. Additionally, in order to improve the quality of the interactions, continuous training and of course fine-tuning of bots have to happen. And this should happen using real user interactions. This allows the chatbot to improve its performance over time. That's fascinating and it's impressive how technology has advanced in tackling these complexities. I believe that chatbots, especially the generative chatbots, have the potential to revolutionize how we interact with technology. And as they become more and more sophisticated and more capable of understanding human language in natural language context, they could serve as a virtual assistants. They probably can serve as tutors, companions, and even therapists. They provide personalized support and assistance in various domains. That's an exciting vision for our future. It can be imagined to be something like a fantasy movie coming to reality. Hollywood movies like Terminator, Skynet, isn't it? So keep fascinating and keep developing new things, keep learning new things. And to all our users, thank you for tuning into the podcast and join us next time for another fascinating discussion on cutting edge of AI technologies. Looking forward. Cheers, friends. Stay safe.